Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive. Today, we're taking on a topic that, well, it kind of towers over the rest. Pyramids. Yeah, those incredible structures that have stood for millennia. They've seen it all, haven't they? Rise and fall of civilizations, the whole shebang. And we've got a pretty fascinating mix lined up for you today. Archaeological reports, historical accounts, and even some recent discoveries that are, kind of shaking up what we thought we knew about these ancient wonders. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to go beyond those typical pyramid facts, the ones we want to really delve into their construction, purpose, the mysteries, the whole 9 yards. And of course, we got to start with the big kahuna, right? The one that puts all the others to shame. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Over 4,500 years old and the last standing wonder of the ancient world. It was built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu.
Talk about ambition. I mean, that thing is a testament to the ancient Egyptians' architectural prowess, for sure. Picture this. A structure made up of over 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing, get this, an average of 2.5 tons.
Okay, hold on. 2.5 tons? I can imagine a big old rock, but how much is 2.5 tons, really? Like, give me something to compare it to.
Okay, think of a large pickup truck, like a really big one. Now imagine 5 of those stacked on top of each other. That's the weight of just one block in the Great Pyramid, and they used millions.
Okay, yeah, now that's impressive. And to think they moved these things, placed them with such precision, all without, cranes and bulldozers and all our fancy modern stuff, it boggles the mind. How did they do it? What are the theories?
Well, the exact methods, they're still debated. Hot topic, archaeology. One of the big theories, it involves these massive ramps, probably made of earth or brick, built alongside the pyramid as it grew. Workers would have used these ramps to drag the blocks upward using sleds, rollers, and good old-fashioned ropes.
Makes sense, but those ramps would have to be, gigantic, right? And then what? They just disappear once the pyramid is done.
Yeah, that's one of the sticking points with the ramp theory. Some researchers think they were dismantled, the material reused elsewhere. Others say they were incorporated into the pyramid itself, hidden under the casing stones.
Fascinating. And then there's the whole alignment thing. It's almost perfect, isn't it? I mean, north, south, east, west, they nailed it.
That's right, and that level of accuracy, it suggests they had a pretty sophisticated understanding of astronomy and mathematics. The thinking is they might have used the stars to get their bearings, specifically those circumpolar stars that never set.
Using the stars as a guide? Pretty clever. But, Egypt's not the only place with pyramids. What about those incredible structures across the ocean in Mesoamerica? The Mayans, the Aztecs, they had their own pyramid game going on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And those Mesoamerican pyramids are just as fascinating, even though they're quite different from the Egyptian ones in terms of design, purpose, the whole thing. Take El Castillo at Chichen Itza, for example. It's a stepped pyramid with a temple at the top, not a smooth-sided tomb like the Great Pyramid.
Right. And what's so cool about El Castillo is that, that astronomical knowledge we were just talking about. Well, on the equinoxes, the shadow of the pyramid, it creates this amazing illusion, like a serpent descending the steps.
You're talking about Kukulkan, right? The feathered serpent?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the pyramid comes alive with this symbolic image.
So Kukulkan, he's a powerful deity in Maya mythology, often associated with creation, knowledge, wind. His appearance on the pyramid during the equinoxes, it shows how deeply the Maya were connected to the cycles of nature, the cosmos, the whole interconnectedness of things.
It's not just a visual spectacle then. It's like woven into their beliefs, their rituals, their whole understanding of the world.
Exactly. And it highlights how ancient cultures, they didn't just build structures, they integrated their whole worldview into their architecture. Makes you wonder what other secrets, what other meanings are hidden within these structures just waiting to be discovered.
Speaking of secrets, well, that brings us to the really juicy part of our deep dive, the mysteries that still surround pyramids. We've learned a lot, sure, but some big questions remain unanswered. Like, after centuries of research, we still don't know for sure how they quarried those massive blocks, how they moved them, how they lifted them into place. We've got theories, of course, but no smoking gun.
Yeah, it's true. Even with all our modern technology, we're still speculating about some of the finer points of their construction techniques.
That's what I find so intriguing, is like these pyramids, they're daring us to keep searching, to push the boundaries of what we know, like a giant puzzle waiting to be solved.
Absolutely. And that sense of mystery, that's part of what makes pyramids so captivating. They challenge our assumptions about what ancient civilizations were capable of, and they inspire us to keep looking for answers.
And let's not forget about those hidden chambers, the ones that are being revealed with technology like ground-penetrating radar.
Ah, yes. Ground-penetrating radar. It's like an X-ray for the Earth. It sends radio waves into the ground and then measures the reflections that bounce back, so archaeologists can basically see inside a structure without digging it up.
So it's like having X-ray vision for archaeology. And this technology, it's led to some amazing discoveries lately, right? Like those previously unknown chambers inside the Great Pyramid.
Exactly, and who knows what these hidden chambers might hold. Artifacts, inscriptions, maybe even entire rooms that could shed new light on the pyramids, their purpose, the beliefs of the people who built them.
It's like a whole new chapter in pyramid research is unfolding. What other secrets are hidden beneath the sand, waiting to be discovered? It's incredible to think that after all this time, all the research, the digging, the analyzing, pyramids still hold so much mystery.
Right, and it's not just the physical structures themselves, the stones and the chambers. It's what they represent, those incredible feats of engineering, the societies that built them, their beliefs, their whole world.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the technical stuff, the archaeology, but what about the meaning behind it all? What did these structures mean to the people who actually built them?
Well, for the ancient Egyptians, pyramids were much more than just tombs. They were like gateways to the afterlife, ensuring the pharaoh's journey to the gods, the whole deal.
So they were seen as sacred, like a connection between the earthly realm and the divine.
Exactly, and the shape itself, the pyramid, it had meaning too. It symbolized the primordial mound, the one that emerged from the waters of chaos at the beginning of creation, according to their beliefs. The sloping sides, they represented the sun's rays, guiding the pharaoh's soul upward.
Wow, they really wove their whole cosmology, their beliefs, into the very architecture of the pyramids.
And it wasn't just the Egyptians, the Maya. They also saw pyramids as sacred spaces, a central point connecting heaven, earth, and the underworld.
Makes sense. They were often used as temples, ceremonial centers, right? Like a physical representation of their spiritual world.
Exactly, and those rituals, those ceremonies, they were a huge part of Maya society, reinforcing their beliefs, connecting them to the cosmos.
So it's not just about stones and chambers, it's about understanding these civilizations, their hopes, their fears, their whole understanding of the universe.
Yeah, like holding up a mirror to the past, getting a glimpse into the minds of people who lived thousands of years ago.
Pretty humbling, isn't it? To think we're connected to these ancient cultures through these incredible monuments.
It is. It really underscores the universality of the human experience, the desire to understand our place in the cosmos, that yearning for something bigger than ourselves, the drive to leave something behind, a legacy.
Speaking of legacy, what do you think it is about pyramids that captures our imaginations so much? I mean, they've been inspiring awe and wonder for centuries. What's the secret sauce?
That's a good question. I think part of it is the sheer scale, the grandeur. I mean, these structures are just massive. They dwarf us, they force us to confront our own smallness in the face of something so vast, so ancient.
Yeah, that feeling of standing in the presence of something that's been around for millennia. It's almost overwhelming.
And then there's the mystery, all those unanswered questions, the hidden chambers, the lost techniques. It's like they're holding their secrets close, daring us to figure them out.
An invitation to explore, to push the boundaries of what we know.
Exactly. And that's why they continue to inspire us. They represent a challenge, a puzzle to solve, a reminder that there's always more to discover about the past, about ourselves, everything.
It's funny, as we've been talking, it struck me that pyramids aren't just about the past. They kind of hold a mirror up to our present, maybe even give us a glimpse into the future.
I see what you mean. They're a testament to human ingenuity, our ambition, our drive. If ancient civilizations could achieve these incredible things without, modern technology, what does that say about our potential?
It's like a challenge, right? To strive for greatness, to push the limits of what we think is possible.
And it also makes you think about, what are we building and why? The pyramids were expressions of power, of belief, of this desire for immortality. What will our legacy be? What will we leave behind for future generations to ponder?
Those are some big questions. I think it speaks to the power of pyramids. They're not just relics of the past. They're a reflection of the human spirit, that drive to create, to explore, to leave our mark on the world.
Well said. And remember, the story of the pyramids, it's not over. New discoveries are being made all the time, and with each one, our understanding deepens.
It's exciting to think what the future holds for pyramid research, what secrets might be waiting just around the corner. When you think about it, the scale of ambition it took to build these things, it's just, wow, mind-blowing.
Right. It really makes you wonder about the leaders who could pull that off, rally an entire society to undertake such a massive project.
Yeah, these pyramids, they weren't just engineering marvels. They were products of a complex society, a political system, all working together. You need resources, skilled labor, organization, leadership, the whole package. And we can't forget about the artistry. I mean, we talked about the alignments, the symbolism, but there's also the beauty of these structures, the way they catch the light, the elegance of their design. It's clear they care about aesthetics.
Definitely. They were meant to inspire awe, not just back then, but for centuries to come. And I think it's safe to say they succeeded.
Oh, yeah, they definitely succeeded. As we wrap up our deep dive into the world of pyramids, I got to say, I'm left with a sense of deep respect for the ingenuity, the resilience of humanity.
Yeah, they stand as these incredible testaments to our ability to innovate, to collaborate, to strive for something greater than ourselves.
They remind us that even when faced with what seem like impossible challenges, humans can achieve incredible things. And they inspire us to keep asking questions, to keep exploring, to never lose that sense of wonder about the world, past and present. So if you could ask one question, just one, to the architects of these ancient wonders, what would it be?
Oh man, that's a tough one. So many questions come to mind, but I think I'd want to know about their biggest challenges. Not just the engineering, the logistics, but the human side of it all. How did they lead? How did they inspire? How did they convince an entire society to dedicate themselves to these monumental projects?
Now, has a question for the ages. It gets to the heart of what makes pyramids so fascinating, that blend of ingenuity, ambition, and the desire to leave a mark on the world. Well, folks, I think we've reached the top of our pyramid of knowledge for today. It's been an amazing journey, and I want to thank you all for joining us on this deep dive into the world of pyramids. We hope you've enjoyed exploring the mysteries and marvels of these ancient wonders.
The pleasure was all mine, and until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep searching for those hidden chambers of knowledge, both out there in the world and within yourselves.